Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Identifying Real Estate That Will Never, Ever Go Up in Value Again. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. Millions of people are still out there looking for homes to purchase, and most of them have the same goal in mind. They want the best possible price on the home they purchase, and they want a home that will increase in value as much as possible at some point in the future. That's only natural. That's how it's always been, and that is what people assume will always be the case. But now, things are different. Now, home buyers are seeing that the real estate market and home buying criteria are changing dramatically. You can no longer operate under the old assumptions that people used to make when it came to looking for a home. I'm sure you remember hearing these assumptions and beliefs and catchphrases in the past. Phrases like, what goes up in price will eventually go down in price, and vice versa. Or, when it comes to real estate, location is everything. Or, renovating a home kitchen is the best way to add value. Or, homes located near the water tend to have the best value appreciation over time. Well, we took a deep dive into this subject and we were surprised by the latest information. First, let's talk about home prices. Most people are now operating under the assumption that home prices will continue to drop for a while. But that's not the correct question. The real question is, which homes, neighborhoods, and cities will bounce back again someday and regain their values, and which ones won't? Why does that matter now if I need to buy a home and move in quickly? It matters tremendously because purchasing a home that will never again regain value or increase in price is like buying a corpse. That corpse is never going to live or breathe or improve again. Whatever you bought is never going to get better. We call these categories of properties real estate corpses. Whatever you paid for it will most likely be the highest price it will ever sell for. It's all downhill from there. Next, let's discuss what will define and identify real estate corpses for people who are looking for property. There are now some new variables and criteria that will allow people to spot these real estate corpses and avoid them. The first new and highly important criteria is, does the city the home resides in enforce the law and prosecute criminals or not? Because many more cities than people realize do not enforce the laws and don't plan on starting to enforce the laws aggressively, even though they have the money. Does the police department still send officers to respond to 911 calls, in that home's area, or are they now refraining from doing so? If the answer is they are now throttling back on law enforcement and prosecution, then that is a major problem. The city of New York just announced that they've dramatically reduced prosecutions and are now converting half their felony cases to misdemeanors so that they can release these criminals instead of having to house them in the prisons. So always remember this. Any real estate property that is located in a jurisdiction that is no longer enforcing the laws the way they should, well, that property will eventually go to zero in value. Why? Because buyers don't want to live in an area that has no police protection. Insurance companies don't want to insure homes in those areas. Businesses cannot stay open or make any money in those areas. All of this means that homes in areas which don't enforce the law essentially become real estate corpses with no future growth possible on the horizon. The next issue is jobs. Is the home you're considering buying in an area with high jobs growth or little or no jobs growth? Because if the property you're contemplating buying is located in a slow or no job growth area, then it has no future at all. Living in an area with no jobs is like trying to live in a cancer ward of a hospital. Your future will be extremely bleak and unfortunate. And this will eventually make trying to sell your house in the future impossible. The next issue is power. Is the home located in an area that is currently or planning on experiencing or scheduling regular power blackouts. If that's the case, then avoid buying it, because cities that are already rationing power or creating regular power outages will soon increase their numbers dramatically. Try to find a home in a city or state that is managing current power needs and anticipating future power needs and planning for them correctly. That's one of the reasons that we never recommend anyone purchase real estate in California. It's also one of the reasons that so many celebrities and people who are very well off are fleeing California, and their exodus is still increasing. Those states have already made it very clear that regular power outages and power rationing and taking control of your home's smart thermostat so that the state can ration your heat and air conditioning, those are going to be their plans and their protocols taking residents into the future. But not all residents, just those that can't afford their own solar power or their home generator. By the way, if you think you're being clever by getting a solar power system for the roof of your home, or you're being clever by getting a power generator outside your home, well, you should know this. They've already anticipated that, and they're developing legislation which will force people who have solar power or force people who have generators outside their homes to give away some of their power to their needy neighbors in other areas. So think about that. First, they create a problem that forces you to pay for a solution, like home generators or solar cells. And now they're preparing to forcibly order you to take some of that power that you're creating at your own expense and give it away. If you think that's improbable, then look at what's happening in Ukraine now, as the people are losing much of their power and heat, and there's a serious risk of freezing to death this coming winter. Availability of reliable power in the area you're searching for a home for will be crucial. The next important criteria for determining whether the home you're thinking of buying may be a real estate corpse is, does this home reside in a city or state that is constantly raising taxes despite the job market and the economy being terrible and getting worse all the time? If that's the case, then that is yet another sign that your home may be both a real estate corpse and it will eventually see its value or price go to zero. So what should prospective homebuyers do? First, you must start evaluating the homes you're shopping for with a new set of criteria, the criteria outlined above. Don't just look at the landscaping or what school system it is or is the kitchen nice, because eventually none of that garbage is going to matter. Why? Because if you buy a home that's considered a real estate corpse by future buyers, then your home will become completely unresellable. And that means that beautiful kitchen, that beautiful landscape, the beautiful paint job, it doesn't matter anymore. Nobody will care. And when nobody cares, you'll never be able to sell your home. Good luck. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new show. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.